Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I pray that you all are having a beautiful, blessed Monday in the mighty name of Jesus. And if you have not said it already, let's say it together. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. And happy birthday to me. Today is my birthday, y'all. I'm 52 years old. 52 years young. Yeah, that's the right. That's what I should have said. I'm so thankful and blessed to be alive. I'm blessed to be alive. All the things that have happened, and even in my mother's womb, I should not. What I'll say that I should not be here today, even talking to you on this channel. But God, He kept me. He's still keeping me. He's still keeping you as well. But y'all, it's such a beautiful, blessed day. I'm so thankful. I'm off today, and I'm just thankful. I'm so thankful because back when, tell you a little background about being off on my birthday. I want to say my mom, she got me doing that because, or me and her started doing it together, but because her birthday is tomorrow, my mother. But so I've probably been off for my birthday. I've been doing this now, and this is probably I don't even know, y'all. It's been some years. It's probably the 5th year, 6th year, I don't know. But I know I've been doing it for a while, because even when I don't recall doing it when I was working at Blue Cross, which was years ago, but I started doing it thereafter. And I would just always, because I think she mentioned it to me one day when I was talking to her, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to always request my birthday off because I want to be off so I can enjoy my day. And she was like, because when you're working, the day gets away, and that's true. That's true. And so I said, that's a good idea. So I started doing it. Yeah, she encouraged me to do that. So I've been doing it. I've been doing that ever since. And so when we moved here, the job, when I actually, was getting going, working and stuff. So last year I requested this day off. Of course, this year, today. And then, because I've only been at this job 2 years. And then it was 2 years beginning of this month. And then before this job was State Farm. But I don't recall, I don't believe I was working there. No, I wasn't. So I wasn't working at State Farm when my birthday came last year. The 2023 year. So yeah, I was at this job. So 2 years in a row at this job, I've been off for my birthday. And so yeah, I love it, y'all. I love it. And it's like I said, it's just, because when you think about it, how can you enjoy, let's see, I'm gonna pass this Waffle House. I almost passed it, y'all. These lanes are so weird. But anyway, they look like they're crowded today, y'all. Gosh, the last time me and my daughter came, it was on, I think we came on was it a Saturday? No, it was through the week, but it was hardly anybody at this Waffle House. Now, today, it's like, gosh, I was hoping they were going to not be crowded, because I have to pick my daughter up in an hour and a little bit over an hour. But hopefully they can, I just really wanted to eat here. But anyway, we'll see. Hopefully God will give me some favor and I can get in and get out. Because a lot of times people, they just sit in there and they just be in there, just talking. But I see a truck leaving now. So, but yeah, the last time we came, it was hardly, it was like, we were like the third group of people in there. Because I was like, where is everybody at? But so, a lot of people go here, they come here on their breaks or whatever. But it's 10 o'clock. I don't know what break they're on. But anyway, hopefully it'll work out. But anyway, what I was saying is that, so yeah, me and her were talking, my mom, and I was like, you know what, that's a good idea. I'm going to start doing that because, when you work all day and then you get off work, the day is gone pretty much. And like, I don't get off until 5:30. So what am I going to do? And then, of course, a lot of people say, well, I celebrate my birthday, the day before or something like that, which that's fine, but I don't, which I sort of celebrated it on Saturday, sort of, but no, I just, I was like, no, I'm just gonna to celebrate it on Saturday. I mean, I shopped a little bit on Saturday, but I didn't want to celebrate it completely. And I bought the cake and the ice cream yesterday. But no, I'm like, today is my birthday, so I don't want to work. I want to be off. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, y'all. I've been doing that for a while now. And my mom, I don't know how long she's been doing it, but she could talk me into doing it, and we would always brag about that, because when I was off, you know, of course, my birthday is a day before hers, so I, you know, of course, go just trying to gauge it out, see how. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know if I want to go ahead, y'all. It's pretty crowded. I feel like I'm not going. Yeah, I should have came earlier. I started to. Yeah, it looks pretty crowded, because that, and the thing with that, I should have did what I said I was gonna do. I should have got up earlier, because I was planning to leave the house at 8 o'clock, and it probably wouldn't have been like how it is now. But it looked like it's just a bunch of retired people sitting in there, which ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, y'all. But I'm talking about they just sitting in there. There's a lot of people in there, so yeah. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put myself in that situation, because I have to go pick her up at 11:30, and then see if I get in there and then they seat me, and then it take a minute for me to get the food and all that. So yeah, I'm not gonna even do that. I ain't gonna even do it. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation. So I'll just and I sort of was thinking too, y'all. I was thinking, I said, well, I can, instead of doing breakfast, because you know it's 10 o'clock now. I was thinking, I said, well, maybe I can just, I'll go down here to Dunkin' and just get me a chai and a donut, but for now. But I was thinking, I said, well, I can just get me lunch, you know, just order me in lunch or something, because once I pick her up, there's really no place that I really, really want to go and sit in and eat, to be honest. Yeah, there's nowhere I can just think offhand. There's nowhere right offhand. But I keep telling myself I want to try somewhere new to eat. But the only thing with me, y'all, that's why I eat same stuff over and over. Because every time I try something new, it's disappointing. And it's good to know, you know, when you're trying something, a new restaurant or new food, it's good to find out the reviews on it or what others have said about it at that restaurant. It's good to, you know, follow up on that, because otherwise you're gonna get in a mess. And I've had that happen to myself, and I'm like, I should have researched that, or I should have, you know, looked into that a little bit more. So yeah, the Lord wasn't meant for me to go to Waffle House. Like I said, I should have gotten up a lot earlier than what I did. Because I actually said that last night. I said, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna leave the house. I get up early anyway, but I was like, I'm gonna leave the house at 8, and because the Waffle House is only like what 10-15 minutes from where we live. So I was like, well, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna go down there, and I'm gonna eat, and I'm gonna go back home. That was my whole plan. But yeah, and Lord just reminded me, you should have done what you said you was gonna do, because it's crowded. Yeah, I don't like it because like I said, when me and my daughter went, which that's been a little while ago, when she first got here, we went back in I think it was June or July, and it was, like I said, it was only a total of, I think, 3. We were probably either 3. It was three people or 3 families, whatever you want to say, people in there, other than ourselves. Either 2 other people or 3 other people. And then it started getting sort of, you know, they were coming in after when we were, of course, finishing up our food. But I was really surprised, because I was like, wow. Because like in Tennessee, you know, Waffle House is standing room only just about. And that's the other thing. I don't like sitting at the little bar area, or whatever you call it, bar stool area. I mean, I've sat there before, but I really don't care to. And when they sit you there, that mean they ain't got no booths. I like sitting in a booth, because it's more private. So, and then it's almost like you're sitting in their face. And yeah, I just, and the way it appeared, that's where I was gonna be sitting today, you know, if I had went in there today. So it's okay. I'm gonna like I said, that's my fault. I should have got up earlier, but I was sort of lounging around because I was like, well, it's my birthday, I'm off today, so I really don't have to, you know, be anywhere today. So that's why I was just soaking that all in. But what I may do, because I've been celebrating, actually been celebrating all weekend, started Saturday. So what I may do is, like I said, I'm gonna go down here and get me some tea, chai, and then I'll wait. I won't eat any. I'll try to figure out. I may just end up door dashing me something from a restaurant. I may try something new. I may door dash me something new. I ain't never door dash. We'll see. But yeah, that's all. That's all I have today. Cause after I pick her up, then I don't have any. I don't have any plans today. I don't have anywhere that I want to go. I just don't, because I did all my running around and stuff on Saturday, and I was gonna save going to Bath and Body Works for today, but I was like, well, I was already in that area Saturday, so I was like, you know, I was getting my dress to wear to church, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it today. Because like I said, I want to sort of enjoy this day and not be running around, because y'all, you can be out and about, and then next thing you know, it's 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm like, where did the day go? It's gone. And again, tomorrow I get my doctor's appointment early in the morning, and then I go into work later tomorrow. So yeah, I just really want to enjoy this day and soak it all in. So I hope you all, pray you all are having a beautiful day in the mighty name of Jesus. And I got this blouse from the thrift store. Thought it was pretty. I was sort of disappointed Saturday when I went in there, because I was like, everything was just picked over. It was, I mean, I once could go in there and just get me a really, really nice, several actually nice blouses, but I couldn't. I mean, it took me a while just to find this one, and you know, I'm like, what's going on? But what I believe what's going on is that a lot of people, they're resorting, you know, due to, you know, their financial situations, that's where they're going. They're going there to shop for school clothes. They're going there to, you know, it used to be just I'm gonna go and get me something, it was just for a random whatever, but now they're going there because they need to go there and they have to go there. So I get it. So it was a lot of clothes there, and they always have they have certain colors that are marked half off, which is still a good deal, but it was just slim pickings. It was nothing. I'm gonna put it like this. It was nothing I liked, because it's certain type of blouses and stuff that that I'm gonna wear. I'm gonna purchase, and I just didn't see that for myself. I mean, they had plenty of clothes. They had plenty of blouses, but nothing stood out for me, because it's certain type of wardrobe, or certain type of blouses and stuff, clothing that I really like. Because I think about what I already have at home, and that'll go with those jeans, or that'll go with this. And then I purchased some jeans Saturday, and I washed them, and they didn't look like they were clean. So I was like, okay, I just threw them away, because they were only like $5 or $6, but they were nice jeans. But whoever turned them into the thrift store, brought them in, they looked like they either had been working in those, or because they had on the side of them, it was, because I was like, oh well, when I wash those, that'll come out, because they were really nice jeans. But yeah, that dirt or whatever that was, like maybe mud or something, it didn't come out. So I don't know if they had been hiking in them or what, but yeah, I just threw them in the garbage, because like I said, they weren't. Stuff like that, I have to pay more attention to it next time, so I won't waste my money. But I will just look up, you know. I sort of was in a hurry Saturday because I was just trying to, I wanted to just get an outfit to wear today. But I ended up wearing, with this shirt, I ended up wearing I got some gray khakis that I already had. So I'm good. I really didn't need to buy anything because I have so many clothes, y'all. I got so many clothes. To tell you how many clothes I have some are in my the back closet in my son's room. That's how many clothes I have, because they couldn't fit in my closet. So yeah, they in my son's. They got him and my oldest daughter. They share that closet, but it's so big that it's so much. It's still room. Like I put some more clothes in there. It's so much room, so much shelf room in there. So yeah, I just took all that back there and put it in there. But so yeah, y'all, I'll be back. I'm gonna get me a tea. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I don't know what it is with these young people. Which that lady, she didn't seem like she was super young, but I don't know what it is. It's almost like some people they just, it's so foreign for them to, you know, just be, I guess, have, I don't know. I'm not gonna say she doesn't have manners, but she was just some people just, I don't know. I don't even wanna guess, because I mean, excuse me, I don't want to assume is what I'm trying to say. But they just she gave me my tea, because she gave me the donut and then she gave me the tea, because I just only got a tea and donut. And then she was talking to somebody and just closed the window. So all of the, you know, what is it, what you call it, the customer service and stuff, all of that is it's just gone for the most part. It's gone, because these young people, and not all of them, but most of them, you know, they just there, and I mean this in a nice way, but they're just there just to work the job. You know, that's all they want to do, and they just trying to get through their day. But a lot of that, more than we realize, it stems from the home. You know, how they were raised. She was nice up until then, but it was just at the end, you know, she was just like, okay, here go your stuff you bought. Okay, bye. But I don't know. That's just me. I just, because, you know, you want people to, you want to be cordial to people. You want to treat people the way you would want to be treated. But sometimes that's just people's character. You know, it ain't nothing against me or you. That's just how they are. You know, it's the character of them. It's nothing, you know, whatever. It's just, that's them. That's how they are. So yeah, I'm trying to find some of the part, y'all, so I can. Since I didn't go to Waffle House, I'm got a lot of time to waste. Because I'm not gonna go back home, because that's just a waste to do that. It's a really big waste. I just park right here and eat my little donut. Actually, then I think about it, from where the Dunkin' Donuts is at, all I had to do was circle around. I could have came. I went all the way around. I could have circled back around. So yeah, I just got what I got yesterday, y'all. But this time I got a donut. I really wanted some breakfast. I wanted some Waffle House. There's some McDonald's right here, but their breakfast, oh yeah, it's almost over because it's 10:25. So yeah, it's almost over. So I think it's over at 10:30. But I should have got up. I should have got up earlier, y'all. Got up too late. Well, I keep saying that. I didn't get up late. I've been up. I left the house too late. But it's sort of hard. Sometimes it's challenging for me I don't do it on Sunday because I'm going to church, but when I'm off, especially on Saturdays, I'm just dragging. Because I know I don't really have to be anywhere. And I'm just taking my time. I'm like, okay, no, I need to take my shower. You know, but I didn't do it this morning. I didn't even turn the TV on. And that was a big change for me, because normally I turn the TV on and I get to watching a vlog or something, a video. And that's an hour gone. I didn't do it today. I stayed focused. So yeah, maybe I didn't eat that Waffle House, y'all. Well, he didn't want me to go there. Jesus did. That's been on my mind ever since what, Saturday? I was talking about doing that. I think Friday or Saturday. Yeah. I mean, I can go there anytime, but I was just wanting to go there today because, you know, it's my birthday, and I was like, well, I'll get up and go give me some breakfast, and that didn't work out. But yeah, it feels so good to be at work. So good. And what I like about it, makes the week go by. It's like, now all I gotta do is get through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I like my job, so it's not even like that. I enjoy my job. I enjoy what I do. Help people. Yeah, this ain't especially what I wanted, but it's what I have to do. Cause sometimes, you know, you just want to, like, there's a place down here, it's called Village Inn. Well, their breakfast is good, but it ain't like Waffle House. It's good. I mean, this is okay. But the only thing with them, they don't sell grits. But that goes because they don't have waffles, they got pancakes. But their eggs are good. Toast. Cause I'm trying to think what it, oh, and they got potatoes. Yeah. I like their potatoes they have. I guess I could have ordered something from them. Cause you can go in there and just order. But I really don't. It's 10:30 now, but y'all, I be wondering, I be like, I ain't judging, I'm just noticing. I'm like, do some people work? Cause I'm like, why is it so many people just out riding around? I mean, I'm off, but normally I would be at work. But I have to realize too, I think what it is too, a lot of people are not working, they don't have a job. I mean, they could be on vacation, or it could be all kind of stuff. Visiting tourists or something. But I always just noticed that. I'm like, why is there so many people? Like in that Waffle House. I'm like, why is it so crowded today? On a Monday? I would expect that on Saturday or Sunday. But a lot of retired people, I know that for a fact, because that's how it was in Tennessee. They couldn't wait to wake up and get ready, get dressed, and go to the Waffle House. It was in Tennessee. It was a hangout place for church people, especially ministers and ministers. It was this one place. It wasn't a Waffle House. It was another place. They served real good food. A lot of the ministers would be at that restaurant early in the morning. Yeah, so I guess people just, you know, they got their places where they like to hang out at and talk. You know, men do the same thing women do. You know, let's meet up at such and such place. We're gonna talk. So I get it. So yeah, I'm thankful, y'all. You know, like I said, the birthdays they mean so much more. There's so much more to me now because, you know, by him not being, my late husband not being here, and we didn't, you know, usually on my birthday, you know, he would get me, he didn't do cakes and all that stuff. That stuff aggravated him. He didn't care for doing all that. It was just extra for him doing that. But he would, you know, give me a card, and then sometimes he'd just give me some money to go get me something. Or, you know, give me some perfume or something like that. Or something he knew I liked, you know. He knew there was a time I just had to have Bath and Body Works. When the kids were younger, that was a must. Everybody in the house knew I loved that store. But then, you know, as time went on, I'm like, I don't care if I get that or not. But like I said, like I did Saturday, I just, you know, really just want to go there now and just get lotion. Because like I said, getting the body wash and the shower, body wash, the lotion, and the perfume, the mist or spray or whatever, it's just too much now. It's too expensive. And that's what that lady, like, you frowned upon when you coming in there just getting one item. I'm like, I know what I want, and I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna leave out of here. Y'all ain't gonna get me like you did last time. You got me for $70 last time I was in here. And I had the money, because my son had gave me the money. That was the money for Mother's Day. But I was like, gosh, I almost spent just half of what he gave me. So I'm like, yeah, that's not gonna happen again. And I did use, I'm trying to think, what I ended up doing, the 3 things I ended up getting, I don't believe did I give that to because that's when my youngest daughter was here. I think I gave them each, I think I ended up getting, did I get 3 lotions, y'all? Because I didn't get showered. No. I got, that was the Sweetest Song. So I got the lotion, the body cream, and then I got the spray. Maybe I used that all for myself. And then the shower gel. Okay, because the lotion is still in my purse. So yeah, I got those. Those are the 3 things I think I got from there. That was $70. Cause I got back to the car and I was like, was that just a trick? Because I feel like I didn't save any money. But then it had on the receipt, you know, like minus, like deduction, but that didn't even make sense. So I was just like, yeah. I'm like, that's okay. It won't happen again. But y'all, I'm just, like I said, I'm so thankful for another birthday, and you know, I'm learning to, even though I tell people like you know, at church, you know, it's my birthday, it's this, it's that, but at the same time, you know, excuse me, and I'm just telling it to them because I don't have nobody else to tell it to. You know, my children know, but you know, and it's fun for me to even say that. But and they'll say, "Oh, happy birthday," you know, or whatever. But I'm just learning in this new season that God has me in. Everybody, you know, I don't need to hang out with, is what I'm trying to say. And everybody you don't need to hang out with. You know, just be mindful. Who you surrounding yourself with, because you don't ever want to be in a situation like what my late husband used to say, and you say, I should have listened, I should not have done this. This is a bad decision I made, bad choice. You don't want to be in that situation. So I really try to make really, really good decisions, way better than what I used to. And you know, I think about a lot of stuff foolish stuff I used to do. I was telling a lady at church yesterday, I said, you know, and she said, yeah. I said, I did a lot of foolish stuff. I did a lot of foolish stuff, and I was around a lot of foolish people. And she said, yeah, we all have made. I said, yeah, we all have. I said, but I'm aware of what I did, and I don't want to repeat it. And so, because she was telling me, she said, that's why I love talking to people, y'all, because some people just don't realize how much they encourage you, and I just love talking to people. So we always hug every Sunday. I hug her and her husband, and a lot of times her husband, he'll be walking by himself, and then I didn't even realize they were married until I seen them sitting together. And that's why that's a message to somebody. That's why you gotta be careful how you talk to people and how you treat people, because you don't know who connected to who. You don't know if they married or brother, sister, or what. You know, you just don't know. Way I found that out, they were sitting together. But anyway, he was very nice. He always hugged me, and she do too. But I met her first before. They maybe in their maybe late 60s, or so. But she was telling me how she was thinking about going to class reunion, and she said that she went online. Everybody do the same stuff. She said she went online and she was noticing how everybody had gained weight, and not, you know, she wasn't making fun of that, but she was just like, because she's a sort of petite lady, but she said they were just living a whole different lifestyle, you know, than what she was living for. You know, she's living for the Lord. And so she said, she's like, nope, I'm not gonna go. She said she decided not to go. And I said, wow. I said, yeah, that's good that you researched that before you went, you know, I guess went. She said, yeah. She said, I really wanted to go because she said, I wanted to just, you know, reconnect with some of them and talk about, you know, back in the day stuff. I said, yeah, that's fun. It's actually fun to do that. But, you know, the danger in that, a lot of people are still living in that yesteryear. They still living there. And, you know, you come out of that, you moving forward, and they still in the 70s, the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And nothing has changed. They still doing the same stuff they were doing 20 years ago. So, you know, there's no growth there. There's no growth. They've gotten older. You know, they may look different, but their mindset has not changed. It's still back 20 years ago. So yeah, we were laughing about that because I was thinking to myself, yep, I know what you're saying. Because when we were in Tennessee, I had become friends on the alumni page in my high school, and I was looking to see, you know, what they were doing. And every time I would look at when they would have it'd be this makeshift class reunion. It wouldn't even really hardly be anybody there, but they were just doing it just so they could have a few people to drink and smoke there and stuff, whatever, just to do worldly stuff. So I would tell my late husband, I said, I just don't see nothing. I don't want to go to that. You know, I don't want to go to somewhere where people doing stuff that I don't even do. I've never done it, actually. So I'm like, I'm good, you know. But again, people enjoy doing that stuff because they enjoy doing it because they ain't never stopped doing it. They still doing it. It's like, yes, I get to openly do what I've been doing for years, and I get to do it around people that I went to school with. But yeah, I would go online and I'm like, why would I want to go to a class reunion where they cussing and drinking and smoking? I've never even done that. I've never done any of that. So what I'm gonna be doing now, I'm just gonna be feeling out of place because I don't do that. And then when you're around people who doing stuff that you don't do or never done, you're looked upon as a oddball. And then some people get mad because it's the evil spirit within them. You know, some people be bold and say, well, why are you even here then? Why did you even come? Because they mad that you not following in line and they can't persuade you to do what they're doing. So I'm like, yeah, me and you both are asking that question. Why did I even come? That's a very good question for me and you. So that's what she was saying. And I told her, I said, no, yeah, I agree totally. I agree totally what you're saying. Because I said, people don't realize them days are over. And I'll make a video about that. Them days are over. And I was telling a man at church yesterday, I talked to the older man. Me and him was talking about that. And I was telling him that, I said, where's the separation? I said, you got older people that are doing the same thing as they grandkids doing, or their great grandkids. It's no line there. It's no difference there. They doing the same stuff they doing. And instead of them teaching the grandchild what not to do, they doing it. They doing it with them. And I seen a video this morning. Older lady. It's an old song. I'm not gonna even say the name of the song. It's a nasty song, but I guess it's a trend or something. And the old lady, she couldn't even hardly lift her leg up, but she was doing this dance trend to this song. It's an R&B group song. Back in the day, back in my day in the 90s, I think the song came out. And it's a song talking about sex. Is what it's representing, sexing. And she was just, she was doing, and I know that lady I know she was way older than me, so I know she had to at least be in her mid to late 60s. And she couldn't even lift her leg up, because she was wanting to do that little dance. And so I went to the comments, and the comments said, she still got it, she doing it, and I'm like, what? Do you not see what I see? But y'all, that's the society we're living in. That's what people like, foolishness. They like foolishness. And if you on a video doing that, in front of who knows how many people is gonna view that, then what are you doing behind closed doors? What are you doing in your household? What are you doing over your young people in your family? So, like I said, I will be different. I will be an oddball, a nerd, or whatever they want to call me. I'm gonna live for Jesus, and he know that. I've said that to him so many times. Send me, I'll go. Cause this world, y'all, it's just getting. People instead of them moving forward, they're going backwards, and they don't even care. And they, a lot of that they saying, well, I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna have fun. There's nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's very good to say and to do. But you can have fun for Jesus. You can have fun living for Him. You can. And you don't have to drink. You don't have to smoke. You don't have to cuss. You don't have to fornicate, commit adultery. You can have fun living for Jesus. You can enjoy it. You can have a very nice life living for Him. But people want to do what they want to do, and I just, like I said, it bothers my soul. That older people that bothers me. I'm like, you should be leading us. You should be being an example to us? Why are you doing what some of us not even doing, thinking about doing? You know, why? I don't know. But yeah, the comments was saying about her, said she still got it. She still got it. I'm like, got what? She couldn't even was hardly able to lift her legs up doing, because in the dance she had to lift one leg at a time up, but like it was painful for her to do that. But she did it. But I'm like, still got what? Wow. And that's what people see. You know, that's what they see. All they listening to is that song, because they like the song. It's a trend. And they ain't even paying attention to the details of what's going on. They don't care. But they, you know, they just, people see what they see. They got selective eyesight. But yeah, I'm going to share a separate video, because I'm ready to close this one out. But I'm going to share a separate video about what happened to me yesterday. Because I want to encourage other single women out here. That was in my spirit early this morning. And the Lord reminded me that I did good. And just be mindful. Because, you know, when I know I have a calling on my life. I know God got great things for me and for my children here in Colorado. And I don't have time for foolishness. I don't have time for to be sidetracked by making a wrong, bad decision or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna share a video about that, because women, we gotta be mindful. We really do. And all of that, what my late husband used to say to me all the time, is coming back to me. And I do. It's along with myself and then with the children too. Because he used to get on us all the time about a lot of stuff we did that he just didn't, you know, he was like, don't do that. You know, that ain't safe, or that ain't right. And now we actually living in that, you know, where I'm remembering. And I'm actually, I can, you know, like, yeah, you know, because if he was here, you know, he would tell me, well, you know, don't do that. And it ain't even about him. It's not about idolatry or anything, worshiping what he say. But it's about the right thing. God was using him to help me in a lot of situations. And he used to tell me all the time, he said, you can't be just so naive thinking that people have your best intentions in mind. And I said, well, they seem like they, because I remember we went to Las Vegas. That was in 2016. And there was this, of course, he had been there before, but years before then. But I had never been. So there was this lady. She was, they had like I don't know if it was like a teen, not, it wasn't a teen shop. It was a, think of where you get your nails done and massage and get your pedicure or whatever. And so she was, I can't remember if it was a woman or a man, but whoever it was, male or female, they were standing outside of the business. And so me and him, we was just sort of walking around, because there was so many, the area we were in was a lot of shops and stuff. And so I remember that he told me, he said, I was about to go in there, because whoever it was, the man or the woman, was telling me to come on in there so they could show me what the place or the facility. And he said, my late husband, he said, don't go in there. Are you crazy? He said, you crazy? Don't follow them in that place. And it wasn't even like a store. It was almost like if you will, like not a tunnel, but it was like you had to go through an entryway to get to. I think it was like a sort of like a foyer or something, if you will. I can't really explain it, but you had to go through this area before you got to their store. It was like a lot. I think it was another, maybe a few other stores in that little area, and it was dimly lit. And he said, "Don't follow them in there. Let's go." And so yeah, I didn't go in there, but he just so happened. He was looking, had his back to me or something, and I was about to go in there, and of course that's when I was living foolish, but he wasn't thinking or nothing, just doing stuff. But he told me, he said, don't go in there, and he said, let's go. And then the person, I think they was just standing there looking dumbfounded, like, what happened? But I don't know, like I said, only God knows, but I didn't feel like they was trying to hurt me or anything, but his whole thing was like, you know, we don't live here. He was just always so cautious. You know, he was like, you know, you just don't, you know, he didn't give people benefit of the doubt. He's like, no, just don't do it. Just don't do it, because you don't know what people's intentions are. I was like, yeah, you're right about that. So yeah, I didn't go in there. We moved on. We just kept walking. But yeah, he got on me about that. But and it was just so many other times, you know. He said, just be mindful. And he will tell our children that too. Which my youngest son, he's like that. He's very mindful. And like I said, the Lord has revealed to me. He said, don't go over nobody's house. This lady at church yesterday was, she was. I was like, y'all trying y'all best to get me hemmed up. Cause they know I'm single, so they know ain't no man around, and they know I'm nice and all that. So, but I'm like, no, I listen to Jesus. But she was saying, she said, yeah, you can come to my house, cause she's single too. She said, you can come to my house and we can I can cook for you, this, that, and the other. And I said, yeah. And so I said, well, or maybe we can just go meet up at a restaurant. That's what I told her. And she said, yeah, we could do that. Yeah. So I don't even know if that'll ever happen, but yeah, I was just like, I'm not coming over your house. God told me don't do that. But I didn't tell her that. But and it's not paranoid or nothing like that. But y'all, for real, be mindful. Be mindful. Now, I'm talking about if you don't know people. I ain't talking about people you know. And then a lot of the people that you do know, you better be careful about going over their house. But the enemy, like I said, he using whoever allows him to use them to do wicked stuff in the days we living in. And a lot of these people don't even realize that they're being persuaded by him. They just, you know, he's overtaking them. Because a lot of them doing witchcraft. A lot of them are they doing that kind of evil stuff. And they don't think nothing's wrong with it, but that's opening demonic portals. And that's why all these evil spirits they're coming into their life. When how come they can't sleep? They sickly, you know, all of that. It's not just happenstance. That's spiritual. But excuse me, but they wouldn't know that because they're not in the Word of God. So they don't even think nothing. They don't even think nothing about that. They just say, "Oh, okay, that's just whatever," and they just go on about their life. They ain't thinking about what's going on or none of that. And then while they don't know, being ignorant, don't know, then it get worse and worse, worse and worse. And even a lady, it's a lady here I met. She was telling me about how literally her ex-husband, how the enemy was manifesting, evil spirits were manifesting through him in their marriage and stuff. And I was like, whoa, you know, because I know that stuff exists. I know it do. But she was telling me that, and I was like, wow. But yeah, a lot of people don't believe it. They don't believe in sense. Like I said, when you don't believe stuff and you're not in your word and knowing what's going on, he gonna overtake you. He gonna overtake you because you're ignorant. You don't even know, and you don't want to know. You don't want to know. So my heart just goes out to people. I just continue to pray for people and, you know, ask God to just help them. You know, I always pray. I said, Lord, whoever don't know you, allow them to get to know you before it's everlasting too late. Because people, their mind is on everything else. I'm sitting over here in front of a workout place, and people just, you know, which is nothing wrong with living your life and doing stuff you enjoy or whatever, but, you know, people they just living, you know, they just living their life. They ain't thinking about dying or where their soul gonna rest eternally. You know, some people don't even care. And that's where my heart goes out to those people, because that's a dangerous place to live in, not caring. It's a very dangerous place. So, but y'all, let me close this video out, because I got a video I want to upload about what happened to me yesterday after church, and then trying to think. It's almost time to go get my daughter, so I'm not too far from where Amazon is at. So I'm gonna pick her up, and then I will, y'all, I really want to go. I want to sit in a restaurant. I really want to do that for myself. But now, like I said, when I take her home, it's lunchtime now, but I'm just trying to think. It's no restaurant I really want to. I don't know. I was trying to think of a restaurant that I haven't tried, which is quite a few that I haven't tried. It's quite a few. But, because I eat the same stuff all the time, but, because this is what I like. I'm just trying to think. I eat covers all the time. I think. I don't know. I'll find some. Because whatever, if I decide to, because I was sort of leaning towards DoorDash and just not going anywhere, you know, just eat, order something to be delivered. But I sort of wanted to eat in a restaurant. I could do that anytime. I don't have to necessarily do it today. And it's cool today, y'all. It's 53 degrees. So yeah, sort of don't know what to do with that. I'm just trying to think. Because I know if I had gone to that Waffle House, y'all, I'd be ready to go take a nap after I pick her up. I definitely would have been ready to go back home. But, just trying to think. And I'm not real hungry, like, ooh, I'm ready to eat, but I mean, I could eat something if it was put before me, but I'm not just starving. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'll figure it out, y'all. But I'm gonna enjoy this day. My birthday, I'm super excited, and I don't do a lot over here. It don't take a lot for me. I'm just, you know, my biggest thing today is gonna be just getting me something I enjoy eating. I still got my birthday. I'm gonna have cake and ice cream for y'all later on today, and because I got a strawberry shortcake cake, and then I bought some Breyers ice cream, so I'm gonna do that. I'll do a video eating that, and then I don't know if I'm gonna do a live or not. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but I know I'm gonna do the cake and ice cream, and I'm gonna do that. So I hope you all are having a beautiful, blessed day in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you all so much for listening to this channel. Thank you for just subscribing, for commenting. I appreciate everything, and I always pray that you always hear Jesus speaking through me and never me. Lord, I always come on here being transparent. I don't come on here faking or putting on. I always pray that you all hear and see Jesus in me and never me. I love you, but remember, Jesus loves you so much more. The best is still yet to come for you and for me. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.